Okay. Hey, I'm Dave Phantom with the Body Firm Personal Training Fitness Bootcamps. This is Sergio Yannis, and he is one of our clients. He's been with us just closing in on 12 weeks, and I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sergio. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. I'm 40 years old and was looking to make a change, start losing some body fat off me.
Perfect. So how old are you?
40 years old.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a civil engineer in my background, but I do aviation program management. So I'm an owner's rep for large-scale engineering projects.
Perfect. So when you came to the Body Firm, and your mom works out here at the gym, not with us, but as a member, what specifically were you looking to accomplish?
Well, I turned 40 in September 2016, and I had this goal that before I turned 40, I wanted to lose the body fat. Mostly, the love handles, the tie around the stomach, that just get back into shape. And got on a project the last couple of years. I was traveling way too much, so I didn't hit the 40 mark. But I said, okay, I'm gonna do this. I've been killing it with cardio, doing 40 minutes, 20 to 40 minutes of different types of cardio a day, and that more maintained the weight I have and never helped me lose the weight. So it was good friends and chiropractor said if I want to lose weight, I need to get a trainer because I have knee injuries and shoulder surgery, help me with form, but work with weights. And weights we can get it done. It was going to be a mix of diet and exercise. So when I Google searched trainers, I found a lot of trainers that could give me the form, give me the exercises, but I wanted the nutrition side as well.
Correct.
So that's what brought me to the Body Firm with the Groupon initially.
Perfect. Perfect. And then it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out.
So specifically in the last 12 weeks, what have you accomplished?
Well, we did 2 weigh-ins since I started. So I have a third weigh-in now coming up at the end of the 12 weeks, but in the first 2 weigh-ins, I lost 12 pounds, about 2.5 inches off the waist. But with the measurements aren't just body fat, aren't just weight, but also measurements. So I know I've gained muscle in certain areas because those dimensions increase where others have decreased. So I've kind of started to see my body transform as I'm losing fat in certain areas. Unfortunately, not as much as I want in the waist because it's your body, at least on mine, it loses the fat everywhere else first. So,
and that lasts.
Yeah,
that's correct.
That's the hardest one to get to, but I've noticed that, for example, my pants that used to be very tight are now just fit perfectly.
Perfect.
Or in a lot of cases, maybe a little bit too loose, but they were a size larger than they needed to be.
Got it.
My belts, where I used to have 2 holes left on the belt buckle, now I can go past that, so I'm actually having to look at getting some new belts now because they look ridiculous when they wrap halfway around my waist. So.
There you go. And that you want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. So, and not only do you work a lot and you travel a lot, for your job, but what had you done this last year? Because you climb, you do some mountaineering, and you said that you wanted to lay down a foundation just to be able to continue doing that. What had you done this previous year? Because I remember you had mentioned that in our initial evaluation.
For climbing?
Yeah.
I went in December and I climbed 4 mountains in Ecuador.
Okay.
2 were kind of acclimatization hikes. The first one up to about 13,700. The next one up to 14,500, and then from there, 15,500, and then from there I went up to, the highest one was 18,991, and then the 4th one was about 18,736.
Got it.
So, I climbed before, I had tendonitis in my knees, so I use the knee braces as I work out, but it's wanting to build up muscles and strength in my knees so that I have less pain when I work out through my knees, and just also get better in shape to be able to do that.
Right.
Because I train a lot for those climbs, and I'd lose a lot of weight on the climbs, but then it was coming back afterwards. Your body gets back to normal and you start gaining weight.
Yeah,
so
general conditioning.
It needs to be something sustainable.
Yeah, exactly, general conditioning. So, dropping that 12 pounds, what specifically had the biggest impact as far as nutrition? What did you change? What have you made changes into your diet that had the biggest impact for you?
Well, generally speaking, I wasn't always eating bad, but like everybody else, you go out on weekends or you drink or whatever. But it was kind of a dedication of, all right, if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to pay the money to get a trainer, I need to cut back on all the crap.
Right.
So going out, I may only drink water now.
Right.
At least while I'm training to lose the weight, because I got to get to where I want to be.
Right.
I had to tweak certain things. So the biggest thing, my breakfast didn't really change. It was adding in protein shakes throughout the day.
Perfect.
So a 48-gram protein shake between breakfast and lunch, and a 48 between lunch and dinner.
Right.
Basically, the trainer said I need to have the equivalent grams of protein per day of my body weight. Exactly. So I'm at about somewhere between 180 to 200 grams of protein a day and very low amount of carbs. So breakfast, I eat my egg whites and little breakfast patty on the side of either sausage, turkey sausage, or something else. Then the protein shakes. And lunch, I kind of took the creativity out of it, if you will, and it's a little monotonous, but it's easy. I just took some ground turkey and cooked that up, work out the serving size of the ground turkey for about 27 grams, and then I mix in kind of rounded off half a cup of carbs in that. So it's usually I put roasted eggplant, some sauteed onions, or maybe I'll put some like garbanzo beans or lentils or something else in there. And that's usually my lunch. It's kind of boring every single day, but when I'm working, it keeps me consistent because I don't need to sit and think, what am I going to eat? I don't have a lot of time. I just grab that, and it's my meal.
One less decision to make.
Exactly.
Perfect.
And at night, I'll usually do either a chicken or salmon with a thing of carbs. So like some kale or maybe some roasted eggplant or a little bit of lentils or something like that. So
just consistent.
Just consistent. Yeah. Keep eating chicken and fish. Cut out the red meat. And unfortunately, I'll have the splurge. I had the splurge this past weekend. We went to Angela's with friends during gallery night.
Right. That's just balance. Yeah, you can get away with it.
I'm sure I'll lose it quickly at the beginning of this week. It's probably not going to help my total number for this month, but you can't keep doing the same thing for 3, 4, 5 months and hope for success because you're going to burn yourself out.
You will.
So you have to mix it in and sneak in a little cheat every once in a while.
Yeah, that's just being normal.
Yeah,
you got to have balance.
Exactly.
That's awesome because and that's two things. just putting that increasing your protein helps dump that body fat.
Well, and 200 grams of protein. At the end of the day, I'm not hungry, so I'm not sitting there throughout the day craving food because I'm hungry. But at the same time, you got to drink a ton of water too because you're eating that much protein.
Right.
It's
not to work.
Yeah. I think I'm drinking at least 100 ounces of water, something like that a day. So unfortunately, I'm going to the bathroom a lot a day. That's all right. That's the balance. Flushing the system out.
That's awesome.
But my goal was for doing this is you hit that age where you kind of suck it in the belly all the time because you hate you're having that little punch. And I want to get past that point where I didn't have to suck it in, where I didn't have to worry about that.
Good. And you travel a lot for business.
I do.
And you also do your activity, your mountaineering. And you're active. What helps you stay consistent exercise-wise when you don't have much of a consistent schedule? I mean, you work with your coach 2 to 3 times per week, but when you're out and about, what helps you mentally stay on track?
It's working with Will 3 times a week, and we've got the flexibility. Our schedule's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but for example, we just talked that I'm traveling all day Wednesday on a trip, so we can do Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Just mix that up so I know whatever happens that Wednesday, I'm still getting in the rest of the days that week.
Perfect.
But then finding the alternative meals for the travel, because that's the hardest thing. I'm in aviation, so a lot of times I don't leave the airports, and there's not good, healthy food selections in the airport. So I'll eat my egg whites and whatnot on the way to the airport, so I get that in. I'll do a protein shake as soon as I get to the airport, mix that up so it's in my water bottle as I travel. And I'll do sometimes meal replacement shakes, and then I'll throw in a banana with that just to give myself a little bit of more substance with that meal replacement shake. And there's been days where when I knew it was going to be a long day, I may grab like a Caesar salad, so it's just a grilled chicken on it with some lettuce on the side. Or I'll stick with the meal replacement and just eat another banana or whatever, and just know it's one day, just push through it, and I'll keep things
just a little bit of planning.
Yeah.
You don't just show up with nothing.
No. I carry a Ziploc quart-sized bag, and inside a little sandwich bag filled with either the protein shake or the meal replacement shake with a little collapsible funnel, and I grab a bottle of water, drink it half down, and then mix it in and drink the rest. So
perfect.
Do what you have to do.
That's perfect. So you're 40, and so if a gentleman is out there in his late 30s, early 40s, even early 50s, looking to get back into shape, and he's kind of on the fence, not sure if this might be a good fit for him, what would you say to him?
Come in and give it a try at least. Look at what you've been doing. Have you been getting the results you want? If you have, then great. But if you're like me and you weren't getting the results and you knew you needed to do something different because years and years of cardio just wasn't getting it done, come and give it a try. It's not cheap, I'll be honest, but my parents were surprised at first at how dedicated I was to the diet and the results, but I said, hey, if I'm paying that money, that's, in the end, that's a great motivator. It's an investment, and I'm not just going to blow the money away, and I'm going to make it work perfect. And it kind of forces you to actually get the results that you want because you're putting money into it. It's more than just time.
Good. And longevity.
Yeah.
Good.
Great.
Excellent results. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks.
That's perfect.